Science Lab and my super messy office, where today I'm going to talk to you about the D.F.A.T. Now, the D.F.A.T comes in two models. The standard model is a scope cap with it built in. However, for the Argos, there's kind of what the creator, Troy, has called the D.F.A.T Lite, where it's just a disc that I showed you. Installation is similar. Either you just put the scope cap on, or you take this, you place it into a scope cap, nice and tight, as such. And then you just slip it on, and as you can see, it dramatically reduces the size of the objective, which allows you to get that shorter focal length that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Now again, the idea behind this device is to allow you to train within a small space, like your garage, your hallway, your living room, anywhere the wife's going to let you set up, basically, without having to go out to a range to get your dry fire practice in. And so DST Precision has provided these targets at 11, 13, and 15 feet to give you a proper size target, depending on what size you want. So my hallway is 13 feet long, so we're going to use the 13-foot target. And as you can see here, hopefully we can read this. If not, I can read it and you'll just trust me. That's 6 MOA, 3 MOA, 2 MOA, 1 MOA, and finally a half MOA at 13 feet. And again, these are made for 11, 13, 15 feet. And there are some calculators out there that will show you how to adjust size depending on the distance you're looking at. And you can actually make your own, but DST is awesome enough to provide these for you. So I'm going to go set this up at the end of my hallway, and we'll take a look through the scope next. So this is the view of the 13-foot target provided by DST Precision for the D.F.A.T through my Athlon Argos BTR. And the video really doesn't give you a fair representation of how clear the focus is here. We're talking 4 yards away. I've got clear focus on the target. And for those who have been doing this a long time, one, you know how amazing it is that you can get focus that short, but also how great this is going to be for working on dry firing. A lot of guys who are pistol or carbine shooters, the tactical type of guys, they know the importance of dry firing, and competition PRS shooters know the importance of dry firing. But I think a lot of guys who are just casual shooters or hunters don't realize how important it is to sit down with your gun, hold it, and just click the trigger. In the military, we do what we're called dime drills, where you put a dime at the end of the barrel and you pull the trigger, and your goal is to not make the dime fall. And this is kind of a visual version of that drill, so you can see how much wobble you're going to get when you pull the trigger. And of course, you're trying to get zero wobble if possible. And the D.F.A.T is really an amazing tool that allows you to do that. And I'd recommend anybody who's serious about shooting to go out and pick one of these up. They're not very expensive, but the amount of training opportunities and quality that they can provide for you is really amazing. And it's cheap. You buy it once, you don't have to keep buying ammo. You'll have a 10 cents expense if you decide to do a dime drill at the same time. But dry firing can do untold amounts of good for your shot taking abilities, and it's free. And this tool allows you to do it inside your house, so you don't have to go out to the range, find 50 yards so you can get a good clear focus. And so I'd highly recommend this to anybody, again, that's serious about their shooting. The only drawback is, and it's not the D.F.A.T's fault, the D.F.A.T is built well, high quality tool. It's got a great coating on it that helps cut down glare. This is a limitation to optics and scopes. As you take an image and you focus it down through a scope, you lose some of the light. It gets darker. When you get the hole that small, things get darker a lot more quickly. And so you will need to be sure to do this in a well-lit area. The more well-lit the area is, the shorter the distance you can get focus on. In my office, I can actually focus down to 9 feet with the lighting in there and the distance. So again, it's technically a drawback, but it's just the nature of optics. Overall, this tool is great, it's high quality, it's affordable, and it's going to provide you hours upon hours upon hours of free training that are going to translate to the range when you're putting live ammo into the gun and putting lead downrange. So that's the D.F.A.T from DST Precision. Like I said, anybody who is serious about shooting should pick one of these up. It gives you the opportunity to train indoors, to get dry fire practice in, and to not spend a lot of money on ammunition. What this means is you will have more training, you will have more opportunities to practice than you would have had otherwise, and as a result, when you do get to the range and finally put lead from the end of your barrel to the target, you're going to be a lot better at it. A lot of people discount dry fire training, but like I said, in the military, we spent more time doing dime drills and washer drills than we ever did on the range, and the people who took those drills seriously, you could see the effect it had when they went to qualify. So get in contact with DST Precision or my man Pierre Petoskey at Tracer Hitlight. They can hook you up with one of these, and again, there are nothing but positives about this tool, and it's going to provide you with a lot of training you wouldn't have had otherwise. So, thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.